Hi there. So it's the afternoon of September 1st, 2021, and I've just removed my last honey super from Queen Fabiola's hive. I've got my honey supers stacked over on the trolley. And it was really easy today because what I did was I used this bee escape, which is, as you can see, that's the bottom. It's a maze. You put it underneath your honey super. The bees go down and then they can't find a way to go back up into the honey. So when you remove your super, there's very, very few bees in the super when you remove your frames, and it's a lot less stressful for the bees. And so then what I did was I took my queen excluder off, which you can see is just sitting right there. And here we have a beautiful view inside the hive. And as you can see, the girls are very calm, very quiet. And if you'll notice, there's kind of a rectangular bump in the center. And what that is I've got a pollen patty in there, which I gave them just a few days ago. And they obviously love it. They're all over it. And because at this time of year, there's very, very little resources for them out there. There's not much blooming anymore, so there's very little nectar, and there's certainly very little pollen. And we need lots of pollen in order for the queen to make some nice, healthy winter bees. So, like I said, I put a pollen patty to feed them. And so now what I'm going to do, just got to take a close-up of this. Look at that. The girls are just all hanging out on the edge. Trying to get a bit of a closer look. There we go. Look at that. Anyway, they're quite happy, very quiet, having a good time. So, what I'm also going to do is today I'm going to feed them some 2-to-1 sugar syrup. So before putting the feeder on, I'm going to put the inner cover back on, just like that. And I have a tape reminding me from earlier in the season that I had small hive beetle traps and not to tip it over, but they're gone right now. And so now I've got the inner cover on, my brood box. And now I'm going to put my, on top of the hive, square or hive-shaped box feeder. And this is basically a big bathtub that I'm going to fill up with 2-to-1 sugar syrup, which has some honeybee healthy in it. And you see there's a little chimney where the bees can access the hive, and you end up putting this sleeve over the chimney, a few bees in there already, which actually prevents the bees from coming up and drowning in the sugar syrup. So they've roughly got bee space on the inside of between the chimney and the sleeve. So they can come up from the hive, come down to the syrup, drink it, bring it back into the hive, and do their thing. So I've prepared a little bit of sugar syrup over here. I've got a couple of liters, and I've got a couple of teaspoons of honeybee healthy well mixed in there. So I'm just going to pour that in. This quantity certainly will not fill up the box, but it's just a start, just to show you how I do it. And I've already got some crystallization. As I said, it is a 2-to-1 mix. I'm just going to remove this quickly, and I'm going to put a few drops down here, which is going to encourage the bees to come up and get the sugar syrup. So after I turn off the video camera, I will be filling a lot more into this feeder. And then I'm simply going to put the top cover on, which I'm actually going to do right now. I've already got one bee swimming in here, so I'll take her out. And I'm going to put that on before I get any casualties, okay? So that's it for today. Hope you're having a good end of season, and let me know any comments you may have. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.